Hi everyone. In today's video we will learn how to factorize the quadratic equation, but this time we will be factorizing harder quadratic equations. Okay. Now harder means the first term, instead of having coefficient as 1, here we have different coefficient. There are three terms, 1, 2 and 3. The first term has coefficient of as 3, not 1. Okay, in the previous video we have learned how to factorize easier quadratic equation because the coefficient was only 1. Here the coefficient are different, not 1. Okay, so we will start. Yeah, the three terms are 3x square, 10x and 3. Okay, so this time when we find the product, we will find the product here, and when we find a product we have to see that the product is of first and the last term. So 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 3 is 9, and we are going to split into two terms such that the sum should be 10. Okay, so first take 3 times 3, 9. Now write 9 in different ways. So 9 can be written in the form of 1.1 is to 1 times 9, or 3 times 3, or 9 times 1. Okay, now we want addition or sum should be 10x. Okay, so we will select two numbers such that the sum is 10x. So 1 and 9, product is 9 and the sum is 10. 1 plus 9 is 10. So we can take x and 9. Okay, 1x and 9x. Okay, now let us start. Okay, so 3x square is equal to 3x square plus x plus 9x plus 3. We have written the same thing, 3x square. Instead of 10x, we have written x plus 9x, okay, and plus 3 is equal to, now here, what is common here? 3x square and x. What is common? X is common. So x, what remains? 3x plus 1. 3x square plus x can be written as x common 3x plus 1. Now for these two terms we put plus here 3, and instead of writing plus 9, see 9 can be written as 3 times 3, and these 3 can be written as 3 times 1. So what is common here? 3. This is 3 times 3 x and 3 times 1. So common is 3. So we take 3 outside. What remains? This is 3 times x. So what remains now? 3x. And this is 3 times 1. 3 is outside. So what remains? Plus 1. Okay. So is equal to 3x plus 1. And here we write x plus 3. This is the required answer. Let me explain again. 3x square plus 10x plus 3. We have splitted as 3x square plus x plus 9x plus 3. Why did we split? Because we want the sum to be 10x and the product we want 9. 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, so 9 times 1 is 9. So we have taken x and 9x. Okay, yeah, x and 9x. Now here we are dividing into two parts. The first part is of first two terms, and the second part is again of third and fourth term. The first part we take x common, and then we write 3x plus 1. The second part we take 3 common, and then we write 3x plus 1, and then we write 3x plus 1 here one time, and then x plus 3. Hope you understood. Okay, let us do another question. This time it is not given as factorize, but instead it is given as solve. In the previous example it was given as factorize. Here it is given as solve. So 2x square plus 3x minus 5 is equal to 0. So we will use the same method, solve, but after solving, after factorize, first we factorize and then we solve. Okay, so let us factorize first. So it is 2x square plus 3x minus 5. So what is the product this time? This time the product is 2 times minus 5. So 2 times minus 5 is minus 10. Okay, so the product should be 10 minus 10. Product should be minus 10 and the sum should be 3. Okay, so let us split this 10 first. So 10 can be written as 1 times 10. It can be written as 2 times 5 or 5 times 2 or 10 times 1. And we want, this time we want product as minus 10 because the first term has 2. So 2 times minus 5 is minus 10. So we want minus 10 as the product. Okay, so minus 10 is the product and the sum should be plus 3. So we want two numbers. So product should be minus 10 and the sum should be plus 3. So one number should be positive, one number should be negative because we want product as minus. So one number should be positive and one number should be negative and sum should be plus 3. Okay, so 5 and 2, if we take 1 and 10, it will not turn to 3. So we take 2 and 5 or 5 and 2. Okay, whatever. So if we take this 5 and 2, so this, if we take this 5 and 2, 5 minus 2 is 3. 5 minus 2 is 3 and 5 times minus 2 is minus 10. So we can take 5 and minus 2. Okay, 5 and minus 2. So 5 minus 2 is 3. 5 times minus 2 is minus 10 because we want minus 10. 2 times minus 5 is minus 10. So we want the product as minus 10. Okay, so the correct numbers are 5 and minus 2. So we write this as 2x square plus 5x minus 2x minus 5 is equal to 0. Same thing, only 3x we have written as 5x minus 2x. And why did we select 5 and minus 2? Because we want the product as minus 10. Okay, product should be minus 10 here. And the sum should be plus 3. Now, what is common here? We again divide into 4 parts. Okay, the first 2 part and again 2 parts. So first part, here you will find what is common? X is common. So what remains? 2x plus 5. X is outside. What remains? 2x plus 5. Okay, here. Now here in this case, we put minus. What is common here? This is 2 times x and this is 5 times 1. So what is common? Nothing. So we just put minus 1 as common. Okay, so minus, we put this in minus and then 1. And what remains now? 2x plus 5 is equal to 0. Okay. Why? Because this is 2 times, see, if we multiply, minus 1 times 2x is minus 2x. Minus 1 times plus 5 is minus 5. Okay, we get this. Now, here 2x plus 5 and 2x plus 5 is common. What remains? X minus 1 is equal to 0. Okay. Now, 2x plus 5 and x minus 1 is equal to 0. So, either this should be 0 or this should be 0. Okay, because there are two terms. So, either this should be 0 or this should be 0 so that we get the product as 0. So, if we take 2x plus 5 is equal to 0, then what happens? 2x plus 5 is equal to 0. Therefore, x equal to minus 5 over 2. X equal to minus 5 over 2. Okay. X minus 1 is equal to 0. Then x equal to 1. So the solution is a answer x equal to 1 or x equal to minus 5 over 2 is the answer. Hope you understood. Okay, now let us take another example. Factorize and then solve. Okay, so we will factorize now. Okay, 3x square plus 8x plus 4. So if we factorize, so here the first term has 3x square, so 3, and is 4. So 3 times 4 is 12. So we want the product as 12. And we want the sum as 8. Okay, then what we do? This is 1 times 12. This is 2 times 6. This is 3 times 4. 4 times 3. 6 times 2. Or 12 times 1. So we have to select a combination such that the product should be 12. 3 4s are 12. And the sum should be 8. So 1 and 12, we don't get 8. 2 and 6, yes, we get 8. 2 and 6. 2 plus 6 is 8. And 2 times 6 is 12. So we take this combination. 2 times 6, the product is 12. The sum is 2 plus 6, sum is 8. So we write this as 3x square is equal to, okay, plus 2x plus 6x plus 4. See, 3x square, 8x is splitted as 2x plus 6x plus 4. Okay, now what we do is equal to, now we take common. First 2 and again 2. Okay, in this first 2, what is common here? X. What remains? 3x plus 2. Okay, x is taken outside. So what remains? 3x and plus 2 because x is out. Now here 6x plus 4. So 6x can be written as 2 times 3x and 4 can be written as 2 times 2. So 2 times 3x and 2 times 2. So what is remaining now here? What is common here? Plus 2. 2 is common because here it is 2 3s are and this is 2 2s are. So 2 is common here. So what remains here? 3x plus 2 because 2 is outside. If we multiply 2 times 3x is 6x, 2 times 2 is plus 4. Okay. Now 3x plus 2 we write as 3x plus 2s in the first bracket and in the second bracket we write x plus 2. So this is the required answer. Okay. Now they have asked solve 3x square plus 8x plus 4 is equal to 0. Same question but equal to 0. Solve. So we have already factorized it. Okay. So 3x plus 2 x plus 2 is equal to 0. We have written same thing here. Therefore 3x plus 2 is equal to 0 or x plus 2 is equal to 0. So first we write 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. So what does this mean? What is x equal to then? So x will be equal to, x is equal to minus 2 over 3. Okay, minus 2 over 3. Or x plus 2 is equal to 0. Then what is x equal to? Minus 2. Therefore x equal to minus 2. Okay. Now therefore answer x equal to minus 2 over 3 or minus 2. Hope you understood the video. Okay. Please subscribe. Thank you.